So guys, Neo CEO just did something quite incredible. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how that really helps out with profitability. And guys, I just want to make it clear that I still have the long-term $650 price target going. But because of the bullshit coming out of China with all this kind of liquidation shit, which I'm letting you guys be aware of, all right, does not mean that I support this and does not mean that I want all this liquidation bullshit to happen. All right, I am letting you guys know about it so that you guys can stay informed. Okay, it does not mean I do not take part in this kind of liquidation stuff. All right, I don't want people's accounts to get liquidated and shit. I mean, my family's investment account here in China is down a couple $1 million because of the bullshit that's happening with the Chinese stock market. All right, so I just want to make that clear. When a doctor gives a diagnosis, it's not an attack on the patient, all right? When somebody's sick and saying that that person is sick, aka China, it's not an attack on or bashing China or anything like that, all right? It's just what it is, okay? I'm reporting the news, letting you guys stay informed, okay? Long term, still 650 price target, guaranteed 10 plus years out. When all the swap stations and everything get deployed and everything, profitability with the sub brand and also with the partnership swap stations. But short term, with all this bullshit coming out of China, the snowball derivatives being liquidated, and then also big funds here in China and big shareholders here in China being margin called, you know, the stock market isn't that pretty. All right, it's just what it is. Okay, I don't want it to happen. I want it to go up. But it's not up to me. It's not up to me, okay? All right, so having that said, what is Neo CEO doing? Well, he's basically doing everything possible to prevent fleecing, all right? Fleecing people, taking advantage of Neo and Neo's kindness and what Neo offers and try to profit essentially from Neo's kindness. And this, of course, incurs heavy losses for Neo. One of the biggest things that incurs a lot of losses is the fact that Neo points are given out as compensation for a lot of different things. All right. And also, Neo CEO used to basically every day give out these red packets of Neo points in all the major chat groups that he's in. And basically, it's a way to, say thank you. It's a way to express gratitude. But what's been happening is a lot of these Neo owners have been trying to abuse everything that Neo gives for free. It's essentially like these Neo packets, red packets given by the CEO. It's actually quite substantial. It's like 3,000 Neo points every single day. I mean, it does add up, and there's multiple chat groups, okay? And it's just like a red packet that says good night, basically, and thanking everybody every single day. Good morning, good night. So it does add up to quite a lot. But what people have been doing is, for example, if I'm in that group, all right, and I'm not in any of those CEO chat groups. But if say I was in that group and I wanted to abuse that, what I could do is create several accounts and then pull them into that group. And then essentially when Neo CEO gives out the red packet, all my accounts, I would use all my accounts and try to get that red packet, and I would be getting a lot of Neo points through that method. And it's kind of it's being abused. It is what it is, right? It's being abused, and Neo CEO also knows about it, because in the chat groups you got a lot of accounts that are like newly created, and you try to kick them out, and it turns out that they come back in and shit like that. So long story short, Neo CEO is gonna stop giving out these red packets. And of course, these red packets with Neo points, people either spend it in the Neo store, which was what most people do, or they sell it. They sell the Neo points for money. And either way, if a person buys Neo points, then that means they're not spending cash in the Neo store, whether it's be for like food items or clothing or merch. For example, I bought this using Neo points, but I got those Neo points from buying my car. But it is being abused in all sorts of aspects, and people are fleecing off of this, and it's basically fleecing. In China, there's the term 薅羊毛, and a lot of people do indeed do it. Okay, so that's coming to an end, and that's actually going to save them quite a lot of money, actually. And also all the different things, the service related things with NIO's insurance, lowering that down so it can't be abused. Unlimited free battery swap, they're lowering it down so it can't be abused. People used to use NIOs as a truck because of the unlimited battery swap, and they just got like 3-4 drivers driving a NIO as a truck to carry stuff from point A to point B, and just swapping for free, and basically be able to drive it for free and use it as a truck, which is not what it's meant to be. All right, so I'm very happy to see NIO make those changes. All right, and of course, if they identify any other loopholes where people could be abusing for free stuff to get monetary value, there used to be a benefit that is quite nice, actually, and it's called out of city charging. So every year, and this is only for early NIO owners like me, all right, we get 12 chances to charge for free outside of the city that we bought our car in. The next couple days, actually tomorrow, I'll be doing a massive road trip where I'll upgrade my battery and then just swap all the way, drive for like 2,000, it's like 1,900 kilometers, 20 plus hours of driving, all swapping. And my destination place only has one swap station, so I'll probably might be charging, and with that privilege, I'll be able to charge for free. And the whole purpose of it, and those 12 free charging, is so that people can trust NIO and basically happily drive the car outside of the big major cities, and still, like, you don't have to take your gas car anymore, just take your EV, take your NIO. So I'll definitely be using that. But this was also abused by people. Apparently a year and so back, somebody was abusing this like to a massive extent, and they were just basically handing out these charging for free, basically, because 12 chances to charge, and then you get someone else's car, maybe it's like a truck that's EV truck, and then charge that car, and then use your NIO app to scan it, and then that guy gets money from that the truck driver. And there's lots of stories of these loopholes being abused, and I'm just very glad that NIO is closing them down. So of course, NIO is shifting the focus towards profitability. They're optimizing their team, they're optimizing everything, they're optimizing the rules, which is what we want to see, and that is very, very good. All right, just keep in mind, NIO is doing everything they can to get to profitability. Everything that doesn't help with profitability is being canceled off, and this is going to help us get to our 650 target 10 years later. All right.